crypto asset? Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Which one's the best crypto asset? Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Which one's the best? 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 What's the second best?
What is up, Discover Crypto? We're moments away from Donald Trump signing an signing into law the Genius Act. Now, a lot of people are anticipating this is going to move markets today. I'll be live breaking down this with you guys here as we wait for him to come out. We're expecting this to be signed at 2:30 p.m. All right, 2:30 p.m. So we're less than 20 minutes away from this. Markets are volatile. We tried catching a great trade earlier today. Last night, I ended up closing out a trade for $10,000 in profit. This morning, we took a stop loss, then broke even on a trade, and are now looking to wait for the next entry point. So we're going to be watching how volatile this market goes. We have a last line of support here. This is the last line of support right at the $117,478. You can see Bitcoin on the minute time frame since market opening, really. We collapsed all the way down this range, and Bitcoin has just been ranging sideways, getting ready for that major break here. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're currently standing. We'll be watching, maybe make a live entry point. I do really want to enter here, but I want to see Bitcoin drop just a little bit. Okay, this is the last line of support here, as you can see on the FOMO Signals platform, where it's at $117,400. You got this support region. What I do like to see here is between the bears and the bulls is about as much volume coming in, but that really, really big buying power is going to come down to $117,000. So we'll see if we get a quick little flash wick. If not, I'm just going to be patient. I don't want to overtrade. We just made a $10,000 trade, so I'm trying to take it easy, take it slow here. Ethereum, we're going to be watching this uptrend that it's currently in on the minute time frame. If it breaks below this, it may get ugly for Ethereum as well, because again, guys, we are expecting at one point, more or less, for this futures gap to fill at $113,000. So I don't know if it's going to happen in a couple weeks or if it's going to happen in the next couple of hours. But I personally want to see this fill and then, fill, bounce out of it, and then start continuation to the upside here. But we'll see. It doesn't necessarily have to happen there for us. Bitcoin, though, sitting at $115,000. Good to see everybody coming in here. We have Cryptic Gains. Wherever Discovery Crypto tells me to go, he is here. Welcome in, brother. Where are we going? I'll be talking about that with this stream here today. Nick Dunn, we got the veterans in the chat, baby. ETH, Ondo, Link, Arrow. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Ondo, back above the dollar. Did hit $1.09. If you guys are looking at these liquidity levels on Ondo, really, this is the last threshold. Okay, if you guys hold Ondo, type 1 in chat if you hold Ondo. Ondo has major resistance at $1.10. If it breaks past this and gets confirmation, you're probably going to see $1.50 Ondo sooner than you think. Sell the news. Are we going to use the moon as the jump pad? Hell yes, dude, all day long. Don't get caught holding the bag. Never. I'm selling at the sign on any dump right now. New member, we got Sophie and 13. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Alliance. It's good to see you here today. Appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. Lower, high, rollover, and great news entries. 11111. All the Ondo fans come in. So Ondo is looking good. What's interesting here, let me go ahead and remove the indicators here, or at least hide them for a second. We're in between two liquidity ranges. So what I would like to show here on the 4-hour, right? We look at higher time frames, and then we look at lower time frames, and then we look for little conversions and confluence. You want to show the dog on stream? Oh, we got look at the disco pup. Hey, disco puppy. Hey, disco puppy. Oh my goodness, she's so sweet. This is Ollie. All of you guys know her from BitLab. She's literally, part lab. Market higher. Yeah, she is the BitLab. That is no pun intended. That is beautiful. We love puppies here. If you don't like puppies, get the fuck out of my show. Just absolutely rage over a dog, dude. Absolutely love dogs. Chat's like, whoa, Josh, chill, man. Chill. So yeah, back to the 4-hour here, guys, right? What we're looking at, some people are calling this potentially an ugly head and shoulders pattern. What I'm seeing is, high time frames and low time frames, and we want to look for those reversals. So your 4 hour high time frame here, liquidation, $15,000. You got one again here at $116,000. When you go to the hourly time frame, you're going to see a little bit more open up. You got one more down all the way to 117K. So this is my next target. Like if I'm going to enter any long here before Trump actually ends at the side, this is, by the way, risky trade. You don't want to be entering this trade as we watch this. Why is my screen like that? We don't want to be entering this trade while Trump signs this, because if we do enter a trade, it's going to be extremely volatile. So we got to be cautious on it. But, maybe we'll gamble a little bit here. Maybe we will gamble a little bit. So Bitcoin coming down to 117K. Let's zoom in on the 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. Dude, it does want to lose this. It does look like it wants to lose this level, and that's going to be bad for Ethereum. So Ethereum on the 15. Watch. Let's do this. I'm going to enter it on ETH. Let's enter on ETH. Do we want to enter ETH? Should I enter an ETH short, chat? Should I enter an ETH short? I don't think I should. I don't think I personally should. I think I should wait until after this. Do I short or wait? Short or wait? I'm going to let chat decide. And I'm going to literally risk money. Do I short or wait here? Let chat decide here. We're on the minute time frame. About to lose it. No. Chat saying no. Wait. No waits. No waits. Okay. We got two waits. We got two waits in the chat. Watch it just absolutely dump. Just absolutely dump. And I just missed out on a free $2,000. All right, we'll wait. We'll wait. We're going to wait. Chat is smart. It was a test. I was testing you. That was a test. And you all failed. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's all good. We're all doing the, we'll wait. But it is breaking this. Look at this. Breaking the structure. Going to come back down. It's just going to drop and drop and drop and drop and drop as we wait here. Let's zoom up here. We got SharpLink. What is it? SharpLink Gaming bought another $100 million worth of Ethereum. A Bitcoin whale just sold all 80,000 Bitcoin for $9.6 billion. Almighty, I wish I made that much money. That'd be freaking awesome. Don't know what's happening right here. That's a crazy thumbnail. That is a crazy thumbnail. Let's pull up CoinMarketCap here. Let's see what's moving for the day. All right, for the top 24 hours, we have Ethereum Classic. That's bearish. If Ethereum's Classic, usually you get a drop. Uniswap here, pumping 15%. 15%. Floki, Dogecoin, XDC, and Sky Network, top movers today. Let me know if you guys hold any of these tokens, if you guys want some TA on them. But Floki up 42%. Dogecoin. You know what I haven't seen in a while? Is Pepe. How is Pepe doing, dude? How is little Pepe doing? Little Pepe. Little Pepe. Not moving too much, man. You'd think that Pepe would be bouncing a little bit more there. Interesting. WP holds Uniswap. Those dexes are good, man. Those dexes are good. I do like looking at the dexes. Aerodrom's what I hold. Chainlink, though, moving as well. Chainlink up to $18. Wow, let's actually pull this up. There's the drop here. My God, dude. It's almost like I know what I'm doing, but I just don't listen to myself sometimes. What would this be? This would be, it'd be up 10%. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda, bada, bada, buda, bada, 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 buda, buda, bada, bada, bada. You know what I mean? Go back to here. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. Just in, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is in favor to win the 2028 presidential election. AOC, dude, people are dumb. Why do people keep voting for women for president? I don't mean that in a derogatory or sexist sense. It won't happen. I think we're still 20 years away from that. I don't think the world is globally mature enough to see that happen. She's not going to have any backing of any foreign partners whatsoever. It just won't happen. It's like Gavin Newsom, very clearly the obvious vote. Very clear. Throwing away a vote at AOC. If Kamala Harris going to do it, she can't do it. There's no way. No way, dude. Absolutely no way. Easy Republican win with AOC. Dude, if they primary AOC, dude, like Democrats are just asking to lose. Like Gavin Newsom could win. Gavin Newsom could win. It's not being sexist. No, it's not. It's like people, no, it's not being sexist at all. A woman, no, it's not that they're not capable. It's that it's actually the opposite. It's the opposite. It's arrogant. It's selfish to think that there's so many global superpowers across the world, guys, that don't allow women in politics, like China, Russia, Iran, like all these Middle Eastern countries, right? So that's my point to it, is like, even if they were elected, they would be the worst foreign negotiator on the planet, because it's just a cultural, it's disrespectful to other cultures. It's not being sexist at all. It's literally not. It's literally the opposite. It's understanding it's cultural differences and respecting cultures that have existed for millennia. That's all I'm saying here. It has nothing to do with sex. Like I said, has nothing to do with that. They're not capable. Is a woman capable of being president? 100%. But it's like, it's so arrogant and selfish of Americans to be like, oh, like the rest of the world doesn't exist. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just saying it how it is. I'm just saying how, like, the Middle East would not entertain her at all. Almost any Asian culture wouldn't respect her at all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you disagree with that, I don't even know what the right word is for that. That's it's just not going to happen, man. Just not going to happen. Now say what races won't win? Any race can win. That's already been proven, homie. Pelosi better than Gavin? No, Gavin would just absolutely. Gavin's like Gavin would also, by the way, Gavin Newsom would just floor any candidate. Like AOC is not even a contender on that floor. Dude, Gavin Newsom is like, he's like Homelander, bro. Gavin Newsom was like born and bred to be a politician. Like, I would actually, if you guys are actually like, for a Democrat that would run, I don't know. I think JD Vance might put up a good fight, but Gavin Newsom, bro, dude is a savage, man. You gotta admit it, man. Super chat rugged. Yeah, we got. Oh wait, you got a super chat, man? My bad, brother. $2 super chat. Thoughts on Say can hit $2 this cycle. Let's pull up the Say chart here real quick. Say my name. Say my name. Say hit $2 this cycle. Brother, you got a lot of areas. We need to break 41 cents first. Your next major resistance is 72 cents, and then you're still not even at all-time highs at $1.14. Can it? Is it possible? Of course, but I would have take profit levels mapped out on this. I would straight up have take profit levels on this right here. You can see them on the screen. Just because it's like, can it hit it? Yes, of course it can hit. Can Ethereum hit $10,000? Of course it could, right? Is it going to? Who knows? But is it a possibility? Obviously. So just make sure that if you're going to have that breakout, Ricky, just literally once you start, you're going to have resistance, by the way, at 41 cents. But once you're at 72 cents, that was your local high in November 2024. Your 2024, because this is a new platform too, right? It's a newer project. So it's very possible it can. Just know once you're past $1.15, let's pull out the Fibonacci here, right? Let's get the extension for you. I can give you guys some key levels here. So even your 1.618 on a big large cap is $1.77. This would be like my absolute bullish hopium case for the market. I don't usually play 2.618s. These are for micro caps, but it's possible. It's just extremely unlikely is what I would say. Josh, you have some Gavin left on your lips, dude. So, dude, the thing about Gavin, guys, is like, I don't want him on my lips. He just is already there. Like, that's just how he is, dude. He's a political genius, bro. I'm not saying I like his policies or anything. I moved out of California for a reason. But the dude is bro is literally Homelander, man. Women shouldn't be in presidential positions because I disagree with that. Some women make up some of the best CEOs on the planet. There's nothing wrong with being a little more empathetic. Like, again, it has nothing to do with woman characteristics. It has everything to do with cultural differences. And on a global scale in geopolitical relations, you have to respect other cultures. It's actually disrespectful to put. You got to think about, put yourself in a culture that's existed for millennia, thousands of years, right? From a foundational perspective that don't allow women at that categorical level. Like, they're just not. It's not anybody being sexist. It's understanding and being respectful of cultural differences, which is what the left is all about, right? The left is all about expressing cultural differences. So it's very, that's why I think it's hypocritical to push that narrative. Is it possible? Yes. I think the world's moving towards that. And maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I still think it's too early. I think we're still 20 to 40 years away from that. I think we're 20 to 40 years away from that before you see massive changes like that. And I don't even know if we'll ever see that in China. I don't know if we'll see that in Russia. I don't know if we'll see, I doubt we'll ever see that in the Middle East. You know what I mean? A lot of Americans won't entertain a different view. Smash those likes, people. Going to the moon, Ricky. Yes. We're waiting for Trump to come out any single moment now. He's supposed to be signing. They're watching the White House right now at 2:30. So we're 10 minutes away from the signature here. What we're hoping out of this is get to some nice market movement, some nice market structure. But look, it's already volatile. It's already volatile, which is funny. Dude, look at Ethereum. We should have longed. We should have pumped up, pumped up, pumped up. Pumped up, dude. It's just up and down here. On the minute time frame, though, we'll see if we get it back above this trend line here and start moving back towards 36.76. 36.76 would be ideal. If you're looking for short positions, I do believe we'll break $4,000 this time. I do believe we're going to break $4,000 this time, simply because this is like the fourth retest, but also because of Bitcoin dominance and the fact that Ethereum already like bottomed out. So I wouldn't be shocked if we can actually break the 23 or the 33 or the 38.83 here, right? This is going to be the resistance level. I'd be probably looking for shorts, and those shorts would be short-term scalps that you would just long back to the upside. It's either that or it's going to just break through, one or the other. But you can see here historically, there's massive resistance right here between 4,060 and 3,900. So this area, let me draw it out for you guys, right? Let's actually pull out. We can pull out that zone here. Let's go to get our brush, our box out, our rectangle, right? So right here is like an area of resistance, right? So ideally, you're looking for shorts right here, especially if you get a massive extension higher and you look to play. I want to see a resistance. It's going to resist. It's going to resist. Its orders are going to be there. If it smashes through it, I'd be absolutely shocked, right? But so if you get that, you play the short-term scalp back to 3,700, 3,800, whatever it is. Look for that long up towards $5,000. Look for that long up towards $5,000. I'm actually pissed. I should still be in this trade from this morning, but CoinW stopped me out literally to the fucking penny. It's actually, I should call them and be like, what the fuck, dude? What are your market makers doing? That did not hit on Binance. I should not have been stopped out. You guys literally sniped me. Straight up sniped me, bro. Let's see. Bitcoin pulls at this point of control and golden zone. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be very interested in seeing here. And we can actually see it on the signals chart right here, right? So, you know, right now we're trying to hold this as support. If we close above this, I mean, I could enter another trade. I could. It's not impossible. I'm very skeptical right now because you know how Donald Trump is, dude. He can come out and say some ridiculous shit and then it's just going to. I'm just going to wait for the next liquidation sweep and then I'll enter the market. Right now, our liquidations, I can pull these out here. Let's go to the FOMO dashboard so we can see. Let's go down to look at the extreme greed too right here. You see the extreme greed today on our dashboard, guys? 88, right? Like we're definitely at a top area. But what I want to see for a liquidation sweep is probably some of these orders filled and then enter the long, or vice versa. We see the liquidation and we enter the short. You know, we just made an incredible trade yesterday. I'm not trying to overtrade here. I think overtrading is what wrecks most investors. The 12-hour time frame looks beautiful. I mean, you're looking at a push up to 120K. But again, there's enough liquidity. I wouldn't be shocked if while Donald Trump speaks, markets dump, and then we look for the long. Like it's very hard to trade news events, right? You don't generally want to do that, right? Like type one in chat if you think I should open a trade before Donald Trump speaks. Type 2 in chat if you think I should open after, right? Like I want to see where just chat agrees on this. I know we all agree. Most of us agree, which is going to be 1, right? We're gonna agree that usually you don't want to trade when Jerome Powell is speaking. You usually don't want to trade when Donald Trump's speaking. You usually don't want to trade when a major event's happening. But so, or actually, I meant 2. So 2's after he speaks. So after he speaks, you know, we'll look for that liquidity move, which he should be speaking within 5 minutes. He should be speaking within 5 minutes here. Let's see. What the fuck? You guys saw nothing. I'm about to break some major news regarding Jerome Powell. This guy keeps saying this. He's not breaking anything, right? Jerome Powell will be resigning will be a good thing for America. I'll be going on Charles Payne in 20 minutes to talk about 2 senators who are drafting referrals to the Justice Department for Jerome Powell's alleged perjury. What? I mean, this is true. They did put $2.5 billion into what they're attacking him for is not lowering interest rates. And then they eat like even Bessett says the Federal Reserve's food's like amazing. Like they spent all this money on the building. They put $2.5 billion in renovations on the building. And so they're all going after, because this is American taxpayer dollars. $2.5 billion went to one building. Think about that. $2.5 billion went to one building. How does that make you feel? You know what I mean? Do we have a bullish divergence yet? I want to just see a bull div, dude, and then I'll enter. I seriously will enter this. So if I can get that, which maybe technically there could be one right here. Right here, you see the bull div? You see actually this is a bull div. That's a huge bull. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna wait till after he speaks. I don't want to be. I just gonna be patient. The FFA announced the group do America. What the? Aircraft emergency. I believe crypto technology is going to power a large part of the financial service industry in the near future. Yeah, we all know this. We all know this. It's not groundbreaking. It's not groundbreaking. Then I love when people say XRP is dumping and it's above $3. Isn't that crazy, dude? Which, by the way, guys, I totally forgot to mention. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you guys are in here, we have literally over 1,000 people watching right now. Let's go to on all of our channels. Go live on TikTok here. Go boom, boom. Go to Trump. Trump signing crypto bill. There we go. All right. Make sure you're on the right YouTube this time. I think we are on the right one. This one are you talking about? We should be on it. So look at this. Can you guys hear this?
God bless our angel families who are all here with us today.
So today, on behalf of all Americans who have lost a loved one to opioids, we renew our vow
Actually, TikTok, I'm going to go live in a little bit.
From this horrible plague.
I just realized I'm going
we'll
to be
getting the drug dealers, pushers, and peddlers off our street. And we will not rest until we have ended the drug overdose epidemic. With this bill, we are officially and permanently classifying all fentanyl-related substances as Schedule 1 narcotics, which is actually a very big deal. It doesn't sound like much. It's a big deal, as they will tell you, meaning anyone caught trafficking these illicit poisons will be punished with a mandatory 10-year minimum sentence in prison. We'll be getting the drug dealers, pushers, and peddlers off our street. And we will not rest until we have ended the drug overdose epidemic.
Sorry. 2 of my 3 boys are gone. Life has never been the same.
This is my son, Tony. Tony's not with us here today because he died about a year ago with a counterfeit pill.
We lost our son, Jason Michael Loward, November the 5th 2023 to an accidental fentanyl overdose.
With the pivotal passage of this bill today, classifying fentanyl as a Schedule I narcotic, we're going to make incredible inroads towards combating this crisis. It's a huge step
Guys, he's gonna sign probably like
If this
10
would have
different
been
things right
signed a
now.
long time ago, my daughter would still be here with
Let me
us.
pull up the chart
Tragic
too.
that we have to be here today to advocate for this cause because of all the loved ones that we lost.
Wonderful for us to finally see an
pumping, bro.
administration that's prioritizing this.
This administration and what President Trump has done, finally hearing our cries. I hope nobody else has to experience this.
President Trump is the hope that we needed.
I want to say thank you to President Trump for all he's done. I have hope for the first time in 4 years.
He's avenging the deaths of my 2 sons.
I thank President Trump and everybody who passed that legislation today.
Yeah, there's gonna be like 5 bills.
Of course, not easy to watch moments like that, but great to see the halt fentanyl.
Of course, we just got trolled. All right, so we are waiting for Donald Trump to come out at the White House any second now. I guess markets pump off fentanyl. Is that what's nothing phases me in this market? If you use that drug, that's your own fault. And if there's demand, there will be supply. That's a crazy take, bro. Most people are buying like literally not fentanyl, and they're laced with those drugs because of cartel or criminals, and then it kills them. So they're unknowingly taking fentanyl. They're not trying to actually just do fentanyl. But again, kids shouldn't be doing drug either way, but still. So chat goes, gonna roll a joint. Moo, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. But Moo, I know people that I know one person that died rolling a joint, and the weed had fentanyl in it because it just so happened to be a legal contraband that was on similar. It was just had fentanyl dust on it. I don't know how, but they literally died smoking weed because it had fentanyl on it. Feels like damage control. He really needs to address. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Moo. It's like a. Yeah, there's like a lot, 90% of not. I mean, there's definitely people out there that are doing like heroin. They shouldn't be doing that shit. But there's like also, unfortunately, there's literally unfortunate cases where, you know, like I'm not saying girls should do Molly at raves, but there's situations where I know people like that have just taken Molly that they thought was pure, and which they shouldn't be doing either way in the first place. But they wouldn't have died if there wasn't fentanyl in it. You know what I mean? It's like all that type of stuff. But no, dude, don't stress. You didn't know, Mo. You didn't know, man. It's all good. That was 10 years ago now. This has been a huge epidemic for a while. Huge. Imagine not being able to be the right painkillers because of it's effing asbestos in the US and the cheap black market shit. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Pharmaceutical industry is like the most corrupt. Big pharma's crazy, dude. Pharmaceutical companies do not care about you, dude. They just don't. They don't. They physically don't. It's, you know, there is good drugs out there, but there's a lot of bad ones, man. A lot of bad ones. Sometimes they're laced in foods and shit, man. Yeah, there's literally people that have died off eating food. I've heard stories of that too. I haven't seen that though. Personally, I've only seen people that are like, they're just at a party. Like the person I know is just at a party, just hit a joint like any other night, and there was multiple people that were involved in that situation. But 2 of them survived, but they did OD. They all OD'd. But they had like the fucking, you know, it's just crazy. I'm from Denmark, and I give the same for opioids as eggs. That's you just hand them out like candy, man. Hand them out like candy, bro. Yeah, guys, we're moments away. We're ready for Donald Trump to sign into law the Genius Act and probably say some crazy stuff about crypto. Crazy stuff about crypto. Let me actually pull this over here. So let's go down to, which this should be, yeah, signing ceremony for the Genius Act. That's literally the title of this. Let me see if
support us by going to our.
Oh, Wolf Wall Street's literally just watching RSPN.
We'll go to one more sponsor before we. If you've been feeling tired, foggy, or just low on energy lately, it might not be just stress. It could be your cells running low on fuel. So more and more people are turning to that NAD plus and that.
Meth, guys, if you feel a little tired, just do some meth. This ad literally says, if you're tired, do meth. But like not any meth. Just do blue meth, the kind you've seen on Breaking Bad. Okay. You know, dude, I'd rather shill meme coins than fucking shill this shit. I'd straight up rather shill meme coins than shill a drug I have no idea. Hydroxychloroquine? Chlorine? Is that hydroxychlorine? Chloroquine? Ivermectin? Why can't they just call these things easy names, bro? Huh? Why can't they just call it oceanic or woodsy? But no, they got to be like methylene blue is a fabric dye that has cancer curing properties. Actually, yeah, I know that is true. I was also just trolling RJD. But I think that's literally what they put in blue jeans, right? Literally what they put in blue. I've heard this stuff, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not a pharmaceutical expert. If someone told me to drink some blue syrup and it's going to make you live longer, I'm literally just hoping and praying they're right, dude. That's the guy from Better Call Saul. What do we got here?
Some pretty quick videos that we're seeing by the Department of State, whether it's the Department of Defense, whether it is the Department of Agriculture, which we'll be showing a video in a bit. This is as we are standing by awaiting that feed there in the East Room of the White House, but it's all fresh videos. These are all new content that we're bringing you here that has been posted within that 24/7 news cycle. On top of that, if we have time, and I think we might, we're going to get back to President Trump's posts from last night and this morning in that chronological order. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's go to one state right now. Why not to Mississippi?
All right, we're still waiting. President Trump, late as always, chat. Late as always, you know. Late as always. We're waiting on this guy. 117. Man, Bitcoin is just ranging, bro. Yeah. If you aren't late, are you even the CEO? Facts. Facts, dude. He's on Trump time. My legs are. I did leg day last night, chap. I did leg day last night. My thighs are. They're slapped, bro. That dude on RBN is a master at rifting. Dude, facts. He's actually kind of savage. You went long? Is anybody in an open trade right now? Let me know if anybody's in an open trade. Again, if you guys are coming in, chat, we got 5,600 people watching right now between Twitter and YouTube. Hit the like button. Repost it on X. We are moments away from Donald Trump. You're watching history, chat. I don't know if anybody realizes. You're watching history. This is one of the first crypto bills ever, if not the first crypto bill ever, to be signed by the President of the United States. Okay? Massive, massive. This is bullish. Hit the like button. Get excited. Someone go sell the news. Facts. Facts. Usually you do want to sell the news. Usually. And this right there looks like confirmation on the break of structure here. That's ugly, man. Yo, Jeff Christie coming with 5 gifted Discover Crypto memberships, baby. Thank you so much, my dog. Dude, 5 gifted memberships from Jeff Christie, guys. W's in the chat for Jeff. Can we get some W's for Jeff in the chat? That is, what a dog, man. What an absolute dog, dude. What a savage, man. Bill for who? It's the Genius Act. It's for crypto. Yo, why do I never win? Scope, I'm sorry, man. Scope, you need to readjust your scope, man. It's got to be the scope of things you're looking through. You got to readjust it, recalculate it, man. Got to recalculate it there, baby. Jeff with hat. Long Pangu. Let's actually check out Pangu. Should I take a sponsorship for Pangu? I want to work with Pangu. Damn, Pangu. Dude, Pangu. This is the minute time frame, bro. Dude, Pangu is pumping by Here we go. Donald Trump's coming in.
Live. In the meantime, it was making me think of the great farmers in the state of Iowa and all across our country. I remember doing a number of trips there to Iowa for the campaign trail. And of course, President Trump winning the Iowa caucuses by a lot, just like he won the election by a lot. So we're covering all of the latest news here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. I mean, literally monitoring what's happening, whether it's on Truth Social or X, but also interviewing people that are in the know when it comes to certain things. And then we see, of course, Mr. Howard Lutnick, the Department of Commerce Secretary there, saying hello to a few people, having a good time on this Friday, July 18th, hugging the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. So that's happening right now as it's 2:40 Eastern time. I just want to share with you the Friday Bible verse of the day. I was thinking about Romans 8:28. Of course, all things work together for the good to those that love God and are called according to his purpose. Isn't it great to know that good always wins in the end? Man, it's going to be good to see that one day for those of you that believe
Bro
in
just
the Holy
started
Bible.
preaching to us randomly,
also,
man.
I know that was random, but still, I love the Bible. I'm sure you do too. A lot of you that follow us on Right Side are right-leaning, that are either Jewish or Christian. And if you're another faith or not a faith at all, it's all good. We are just standing together as conservatives, wanting freedom in this world and wanting freedom in our country. Speaking of the world, President Trump to travel to Scotland on July 25th through the 29th. And we just learned yesterday from Karen Levitt that the president will go to England on September 17th through the 19th. So 2 foreign trips there. All right. That pretty much wraps up what we've been covering here for the past hour plus. We are going to go to maybe a few of President Trump's Truth Social posts. I'm going to read a few of them as we're awaiting the president there in the East Room of the White House. Specifically, this is the Genius Act of 2025 that will be signed into law. So it establishes a regulatory framework for stablecoin issuers in the United States and aims to provide clarity and oversight in the cryptocurrency market. That explanation from CNBC. Looking live there at the East Room. As soon as we see the president, obviously we'll take you there.
Bohines, baby.
We know that tonight, the president at about 7 o'clock will participate in a dinner with Republican senators. So that's 7 o'clock on a Friday night. What we did see, that it's in the state dining room at the White House, that it's closed press, meaning it won't be a live feed. If there is any recording that happens,
is that the Winklevi?
We'll monitor it. We'll see if that's
the Winklevi are there right now.
When it's closed press,
is Tyler
usually
and Cameron?
not the case. And we'll monitor if anything does come down the pike. Now, that's what we do here, right? As this live desk, RSBN Live, we're always seeing if there's any breaking news, developing news, especially when it this afternoon. There was a rather lengthy Trump on Truth segment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to some of his posts as we await the president there at the East Room of the White House. As soon as we see anything, we'll be going right there to the East Room.
They're all standing up, so
beginning last night at 8:33 p.m. on July 17th, President Trump said, and I know that's really small words for you, so I'll read it for you. The Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch.
Don't need to listen to that right now. He's just talking about news. He's like, the news is corrupted. Sergey is there. Sergey Nazarov was there. All right, do we just fucking long, motherfuckers? I think we have to, Chad. I think we have to. I think I have to. I think I have to do it for the name of the Genius Act. You know what I'm saying? I think I have to do it. There's too much bullishness happening in this room. JD Vance just walked in. Short, long, short, long, short, long. Well, the reason why I want it short is I'm entering a long, dude. I'm gonna enter a long. Dude, look at the bull div on the 15-minute time frame, bro. Look at the bull div. Hold up. Just let me cook. Let me fucking cook. Okay? Let me do it. Don't tell me what to do. They're telling me to wait, chat. Do I wait? I'm just pumped. I'm pumped up. I'm going to do a 12x. Okay, I'm going to do 12x with $12,000. Don't worry. It's only 144K at risk. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to enter this shit. We're going to enter this shit. We're going to enter this shit. We're going to put a stop loss on it. We're going to go 117,333. Okay, I'm only 233. Okay, I'm only risking 3%. Only risking 3% here, okay? Okay? It's a small. I have to do it. You got, what are you telling me? I have to do it. Okay? Why are you screaming? I accidentally sipped on some fentanyl earlier. Accidentally. All right, where did my Twitter feed go?
General Pam Bondi to produce any and all pertinent grand jury testimony subject to court approval. The president says this scam perpetrated by the Democrats should end right now, end quote. In an X post reposted by Carolyn Levitt at 9:09 Eastern, Pam Bondi said in response to the president's post, quote, President Trump, we are ready to move the court tomorrow to unseal the grand jury transcripts, end quote. Then this morning, the president actively posting on Truth Social, 8:04 Eastern time. He says, if there was a smoking gun on Epstein, why didn't the Dems who controlled the files for 4 years and had Garland and Comey in charge use it? The president says, because they had nothing. President Trump posting at 9:16 this morning, I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings. I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next. Has even less than talented, he has even less talent than Colbert.
Guys, I'm doing it for the memes.
All of them
this
combined,
is a stupid trade.
Including the moron on NBC
trade.
who ruined the once great Tonight Show.
Call me MSNBC because I am.
At 9:17 this morning. I look forward to getting Rupert Murdoch to testify in my lawsuit against him and his pile of garbage newspaper, the Wall Street Journal, WSJ. That will be an interesting experience, the president said, as we await the president there at the East Room of the White House. And finally, 9:30 this morning, President Trump said, quote, as you read it there, big signing at 2:30 in the White House. Congratulations to our great Republicans for being able to accomplish so much, a record in so short a period of time. All the Democrats do is complain and criticize and get nothing done. They are a party of the past. President Trump, rapid fire last night and this morning, as you see the vice president, you see the Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, and others there awaiting President Donald J. Trump. Again, this is to sign the Genius Act into law. The Genius Act of 2025 establishes a regulatory framework for stablecoin issuers in the United States. Let's go to President Trump right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
We work hard. It's a very important act, the Genius Act. They named it after me. This is another act. I did something very unusual. I said, this has been something that's been, a lot of people thought it was impossible, some of the things that have been done. And of course, the great big, I added the word great, the great big beautiful bill, that was something that nobody thought possible. They thought it would be in anywhere from 7 to maybe 3, I'll go the opposite direction, but 3 to 7 different bills. And we said, let's just put it in one because this way there's something for everyone. And there really is, there's a lot of things for everyone. And when we get the word out how great that is for every single person in this country virtually, and all they have is a soundbite, death. You know what their soundbite is? Death. Aren't they nice? Death. They are the most incompetent
What is
people.
this
They've lost their
fucking audio, bro?
confidence. They've lost everything if you think about it. But Jasmine Crockett is on her way. She's on her way. She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble. But I have to tell you, that was great, and this was great. And I'm so tired of making phone calls at 2, 3, 4 o'clock every morning, getting calls from our great speaker. Sir, we have 12 hard no's. I say, Mike, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. We have 12 hard no's. The good news is I call up, hello, Jim, how are you? Sir, you have my vote. Sir, you have my vote. I really they just want a little love. Unfortunately, it's always the same 12 people. It's 5 seconds. I said to John Thune, and I said to Mike, I said, listen, I want to have a
Jesus,
party.
audio, bro. What the fuck?
Not to those people that I have to speak to endlessly every time. And they're wonderful because they always seem to come through other than a couple. Rand Paul Jr. from the Congress and Rand Paul from, other than a few people. But I said, I want to have them over. We're going to have a party for everybody in Congress, everyone in Congress except 12. And Mike is definitely, Tom, I'll tell you what, Tom is definitely coming. The whole group, where are those 12 people? They're the only people I And I would say of the 53 senators, 48.
NBC's not live.
48 in here. You won't even have to come to that one. But these are the greatest people because they always vote yes, and we don't have to go crazy. You trust us, we trust you. And it's been a very special group of people. We really do. I mean, 96% phenomenal, and 4%, 6% phenomenal, and 4% extremely difficult. Do you agree with that?
W's
But
in the
they
chat.
get there,
Way
most
better.
of them, not all of them.
What the fuck was that
Those are the
other
ones
audio,
we
dude?
really don't like. But I want to thank you all for being here. This is really a big day. This afternoon, we take a giant step to cement American dominance of global finance and crypto technology as we sign the landmark Genius Act into law. So congratulations to everybody. This is a big deal. We've come a long way since the Biden administration, when they had no idea what you were all talking about. And half of you were under arrest for no reason whatsoever. True, for no reason. And we want to have it, not China. China wasn't actually happy. They were watching this. They like it. And we've got this. We've got AI. We've got a lot of great ones happening. And this is a very big thing. And I want to thank the bill's author, Senator Bill Haggerty, a very good friend of mine. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill.
There's
He's a
Brian
great
Armstrong,
guy.
Bo Hines.
He's a great guy. He's a very handsome guy. Looks great. He's got the whole package. But, I got to know him. He was ambassador to Japan. And we had a little problem with Japan on trade. But he was my ambassador to Japan. And I went to Japan, and he is speaking fluently Japanese. I said, did you learn it as a child? No, I just learned it over the last 4 or 5 months. I said, you learn Japanese? Maybe the single hardest language to learn. It's actually breathing rather than it's breathing. I'm not going to imitate it because we'll end up with a big story, and I don't want that. But he spoke totally fluent Japanese. I said, that's very impressive. And he was introducing me to Mr. Honda. I said, oh, are you in the car business? He goes, yes. I said, you're a very rich man. And then he said, Mr. Toyota, right? Toyota. And I said, what business are you in? Let me guess. He said, cars. He was my interpreter. And I was so impressed. And I was getting ready to leave. He said, sir, I'd like to run for the United States Senate. I said, where are you from? He said, Tennessee. I said, well, I love Tennessee, but do they know you there? No, but if you endorse me, I'll win, right? And I endorsed him, and he took a 48-point lead. And they didn't know who the hell he was. And he's turned out to be a great senator. And now they all know who you are. Yeah, so you're fantastic, and we thank you. And just the fact that you're doing this and you understand this is a complicated world, and you understand it, Bill. So you've been great. Thank you very much. We're also pleased to be joined by our great Vice President, J.D. Vance. J.D., thank you very much. Good job. And he's been up speaking late at night on the phone. I said, JD, how about you take 3 or 4 of these people, please? Because 3 or 4 I cannot speak to. I just can't. And he'd take them and he'd come through, right, JD? Also, Speaker Mike Johnson. He is unbelievable. He's an unbelievable. I mean, if you go by what we're doing, if you keep at this pace, you can't keep it up for another 200 days. But I will tell you this, if you keep up this pace for another week, you go down as the greatest speaker in the House in history. So one more week. One more week. Who needs Tip O'Neill? Who needs Tip O'Neill? He's better looking than Tip O'Neill, too. But no, he's been going at a fervent pace. Would you say that's right? Your wife probably says, you are crazy. You've been aging beautifully at front. He's an amazing speaker, a great leader, and everybody likes him and respects him. And that's why we're with a very small majority, like 3. We had a time when we were 1. Remember? We said we're 1 heart attack away from losing the House. Then we won a couple of seats and a couple of other. Now we have 7, maybe if we're lucky, 7. But we win with nobody's ever done. I don't think anyone's ever done this before, to win with those small. We had a little help from Tom too, right, and a lot of other people. I want to introduce also Secretary Howard Lutnick, who's been fantastic. You have done a great job, Howard. We've got trade deals coming out of our ears, right? We got so many trade deals. They're all calling so many, and I really mean this too. It's like, how do you deal with so many? But, I always say when we send out the paper, that was a deal. They don't want the fake news doesn't want to hear that. When I send out the paper that you're paying 35 or 40% tariff, that's a deal. Then they'll call and see if they can make a little bit different kind of a deal, like opening up their country to trade. In some cases, they've never been opened, but we're doing well. And we have a couple of big ones to announce pretty soon, right? Could almost do it
Just
today.
trust me.
Maybe we'll say it. Maybe later on we'll do it. Senator Bernie Moreno, a great victory. Bernie had great victory. A great victory. That was one of the truly tough races. A lot of people weren't sure anybody could win that seat, and you won it in easy fashion, right? We won it together when you think of it, but you won it in easy fashion. You did a great job. A great guy. House Majority Whip. This is a great leader, Tom Emmer, a great politician and leader. Really good. And I like his wife even better. His wife is, she's the boss, but you are married to a fantastic woman, huh? And he knows that, and he likes hearing it, because some people don't, they say, sir, could you please stop saying that my wife is better than me, sir? Those are guys that don't usually end up with a good marriage, He's got a great marriage. So thank you, Tom. You really are a fantastic leader and representative. And Representatives Troy Downing, French Hill. Where's French Hill? Where is French? You have been so great. Thank you, French. I spoke to him a little late. He was walking down the hall. I said, French. He said, I'm there, sir. You are great, great, great guy. Everyone
we should have known
respects
this would have been
French,
nothing about crypto, bro.
Bill Heisinger. Bill, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good job. Dan Muser, I thought he was going to become the next governor of Pennsylvania, but he likes Congress better, I guess, huh? So, but I think you're terrific, and, I would have always been behind you. That I can tell you. Tim Moore. Tim, thank you, Tim. John Rose. John? Hi, John. Thanks. Good job. Brian Stile. Brian Stile. Still young. Still nice and young. That's good. GT Thompson. GT. Thank you. Andy Barr, good friend of all of ours. Thank you, Andy.
I should have listened
Monica
to chat,
De
bro.
La Cruz.
Should have listened to chat.
She's here someplace.
Do I go back in?
Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Monica. Mike Haradopoulos. Mike, thank you, Mike. Look good. Mike
It never happened. You guys don't know what
Mr.
happened.
Salt.
Nothing happened.
Well, it should guarantee your district. I mean, you worked hard for New York, right? And you're on television, I'm on television, so this should be good for a couple of points. But without you and your couple of friends from New York, that wouldn't have happened. That was not easy, right? Congratulations. Great job. Anna Paulina Luna. Anna, who is so great. I don't, even if she's here or not here, I want to tell you that she has been so great and worked so hard to make sure we got it approved. Ralph Norman. Ralph? Ralph? What happened to Ralph? Nick Begich. Nick, thank you, Nick. Good job. Good job. Good votes. I just saw a great poll on you, huh? Very good. Congratulations, Nick. Andy Ogles. Andy, who's a
What's
terrific
happening here?
friend. Beth Van Dyne. Beth, thank you, Beth. Great job. Thank you. Thank you very much for the great support. Roger Williams, a great baseball player who also had to take a bullet, unfortunately, but he is a great guy. He was involved in that whole catastrophe, but he's fantastic and has been from day one, along with a lot of other people that I won't call out because I have no idea where the hell you are. I think I saw Jason here somewhere. Where's Jason? Oh, it's lucky I called him. Ooh, it's lucky.
Ooh.
They didn't put your name because I invited you at the last moment, right? He was over there doing some business in the White House. But you've been incredible in your position. Nobody knows more about taxes and finance than you do, so we appreciate it, right? Is that true, Howard? It's true. Thanks, Jason. Great job. And you'll help out with that other matter. You make him so strong and powerful, right? Along with Deputy Secretary of Treasury, Michael Faulkender. Where's Michael? Good, Michael.
Faulkender.
How are you? Good. You'll help out over there, okay? And Ambassador Ken Howry. Ambassador. Thank you, Ken. Great job, Ken. I also want to recognize some of the countless industry leaders here today, including Brian Armstrong of Coinbase. You've done a good job, Brian. That's
Should
a
have
big
shorted.
deal.
I should have trusted
Dave
chat, dude.
Ripley of Kraken. Okay. Thank you, Dave. Jeremy Allaire of Circle. This is a big day. Good job. Good job, Jeremy. Paolo Ardino of Tether. Paolo, thank you, Paolo. Ryan McInerney of Visa. That's a good company.
Sit up, bro.
Thank you. Chris Pavlovsky of Rumble. Chris, what happened to your location, Chris? You're always a front row guy. You're just being nice today, I think. How's Rumble doing? Good? Good. If Rumble's doing good, that means Truth is doing good. Truth. That's great. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Chris, very much. Vlad Tenev of Robinhood. Vlad, thank you, Vlad. Thank you, Vlad. Good. Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss. These are two smart, handsome guys. They got the whole package. They're of Gemini, but they have the whole pack. They're of a lot of things, actually, but Gemini is just the one for today, right? They've got the look, they've got the genius, got plenty of cash.
Oh, just suck
and
their...
it's great that you're on our side. You guys are great. I can never tell them apart, but their mother can. I asked, can your mother tell you apart? And the answer is yes, right? Easily, or is it tough for her? Easy, I figured. Good. You guys have been great. Thank you very much. Great to be with you. Let me say the entire crypto community, for years, you were mocked and dismissed and counted out. You were counted out as little as a year and a half ago. But this signing is a massive validation. And even before this signing, over the last year and a half, I think your stuff has gone up more than any stock, or just about more. A couple of stocks that were pretty good, I will say. But you have certainly, as an industry, gone up more than anybody. Nobody's gained the respect in such a short period of time. But this signing is a massive validation of your hard work and your pioneering spirit and your ability to never give up, because a lot of people would have given up 2-3 years ago. So I want to thank you for contributing to the incredible strength of America. This is going to make it stronger, and congratulations on this incredible achievement. You've made our dollar look really good and strong and powerful. It's good for the dollar and it's good for the country. And that's why I backed you at an early stage. And I also did it for the votes because you did come out and vote. I will tell you. And they changed tune, Biden's team, they changed tune right in the middle of the campaign. All of a sudden, they loved you guys. They dropped all charges. They did have, I got you guys out of so much trouble. And you know what? I don't think anybody voted for them, right? Because you remember they treated you very unfairly, actually. So it's a great honor that we were involved. And it was a tremendous amount of support that we got at the polls. We won. Think of it, we won every swing state. We won by millions of votes. We won the popular vote. We won the districts by 2,750. Think of that, to 505. Different districts too, by the way. Every once in a while that number can change, but it doesn't change by much. The map was almost totally red, and you guys were with us right from the beginning. Exactly 1 year ago this month, many of you were with me in Nashville, Tennessee. Do you remember that day, right? That was a big day, Nashville, Tennessee, when I became the first presidential candidate
I'll
ever
check
to
liquidity
address
right after,
the
guys.
Bitcoin conference. And at this time and at that time, crypto builders and founders were under relentless assault by the Biden administration, which was trying to crush your industry and crush you as people and go after your families. And they were a vicious group of people. People don't realize it. They were vicious, incompetent, but vicious. Well, Joe was an incompetent guy, but he was always known as a vicious guy. I guess if you're going to be in that, you're probably off. If they're incompetent is better, right? Because you don't want to have a vicious guy that's competent. If you did, I wouldn't be standing here today, right? But I pledged that we would bring back American liberty and leadership and make the United States the crypto capital of the world. And that's what we've done. And under the Trump administration, this is only going further. You're going to do really well. I mean, I'm so proud of what you've done in the last couple of years. And very important, on day one, I remember I did this and I said this and I mentioned this name and I got the greatest applause of the whole campaign. We fired Joe Biden's SEC chair, Gary Gensler. We fired him. But I remember I was making a speech and, it was just a line in a speech. And I said, and I will fire Gary Gensler. The place exploded. I said, I finished like one, and I said, what the hell did that guy do? There was a lot of hatred there, I'll tell you. And it turned out, as I got familiar with everything, it turned out you were absolutely right. In his place, I appointed a visionary chairman who wants America to build the future and not block the future. He's going to be unbelievable. He'll go down as one of the greats. And Paul Atkins, where are you, Paul Atkins? And Paul, the crypto guys, they said, everybody said, not only crypto, every industry, they all wanted Paul for the position. And he's a tough cookie too. But they actually said, we don't care. We just think he's fair. All they wanted was fairness. And they have somebody that you're really a champion of the street and you're a champion of the country. You're going to do a fantastic job. I saw you interviewed the other night. I watched it about 2:00 in the morning. There was a little thing called C-SPAN, which I don't know how many people were watching. Don't worry, you were on primetime too, but they happen to have a little rerun. I don't want to embarrass you. But a fantastic job, really. You are absolutely so perfect for the job. Congratulations, Paul. And Paul is here today among the commissioners, various commissioners, including Hester Pierce and Mark Yoida. Hester and Mark Yoida. Thank you, Hester. Thank you very much. And thank you, Mark, wherever you may be. Is Mark here? Oh, stand up, Mark. I didn't. Good. Thank you. Good job. Good. I'm glad I gave you a second crack you didn't hear because of the thunderous applause for Hester. But thank you. I heard tremendous things about both of you. Thank you very much. My first week in office, I also established the first ever presidential working group on digital assets. And we have an executive director. Where's Bo Hines? Bo Hines. Right, Bo. And Bo is a great football player, right? Bo is a great football player, one of the better players in college football. So I know you from that also. See, who would think that I know that? I know a lot of things, Bo, but he was a champion player. I stopped the weaponization of government against crypto and Bitcoin, and we ended the lawless operation Choke Point 2.0. That was a bad operation.
W's in
And
the
I
chat.
kept my promises to the community and granted a full presidential pardon to Ross Ulbricht. Ross Ulbricht. And
That
you have
deserves a
no
bigger
idea how
applause.
important that name became. It was like a symbol, and his mother was unbelievable. His mother was an unbelievable woman, but it was so important to a certain group of people. And in the truly momentous act last March, I signed an executive order establishing the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, as well as the United States Digital Asset Stockpile. And that's all signed up. And with today's signing, we're pushing even further into the exciting new frontier. Just as I promised last year, the Genius Act creates a clear and simple regulatory framework to establish and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins. This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes? If you say yes, I'm saying yes. I think it's great that you're involved, I will tell you. Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that. Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after I really met you for the first time? The Genius Act provides banks, businesses, and financial institutions a framework for issuing crypto assets backed one for one with real U.S. dollars, treasury bills, and other cash equivalents. It's really strengthening the dollar and giving the dollar great prominence. And, you know, you have this little group called BRICS. It's fading out fast. But BRICS is, they wanted to try and take over the dollar, the dominance of the dollar and the standard of the dollar. And I said, anybody that's in the BRICS consortium of nations, we're going to tariff you 10%. And they had a meeting the following day, and almost nobody showed up. They said, "Leave me alone. We didn't want to." They didn't want to be tariffed, did they, Howard? Huh? So it's amazing. No, we're not going to let the dollar slide. If we have a smart president, you're never going to let the dollar slide. If you have a dummy, that could happen. Like the last one, he would. If you ever asked him about
And
the
they're
dollar
back
sliding,
then.
he would have no idea. But we can't let that ever happen again. Consumers, vendors, and people all over the world will then be able to use those stable coins for ultra low cost transactions that are cleared and settled in a matter of seconds rather than weeks and months. And it's
Ethereum.
really an amazing thing. And with the privacy, flexibility, and decentralization of cash, this revolution has the potential to supercharge American economic growth and empower billions of people to save and transfer in U.S. dollars. It's really all backed by the dollars. It's really a great thing. And a lot of, you know, we had a lot of Democrat support. I have to tell you that. I was shocked anytime you get one but we had a tremendous amount of Democrat support, which we appreciate, and which just shows you that you're doing the right thing. This will increase demand
Circle
for U.S.
crashing.
treasuries, lower interest rates, and secure the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency for generations to come. The reserve currency is so important. You know, if we lost that, that would be like losing a world war. We can never let anyone play games with us. And that's why when I heard about this group from BRICS, 6 countries basically, I hit them very, very hard. And if they ever really form in a meaningful way, it will end very quickly. I will tell you, for them, they won't be gone very long. I don't think they'll even do it. They're virtually afraid to meet. I also remain fully committed to my pledge never to allow the creation of a central bank digital currency in America. It won't happen. My first.
Something everybody was scared of. I told you, chat. I told you.
And the other night, I will say, with some of the congressmen and women, they wanted that so badly. That was so important to them. I was impressed that they knew what the hell it was, to be honest with you. Please, sir, please, the central bank digital currency. Well, you have to make sure, sir. And I'm saying, what do you know about that? It's
What's up, chat?
amazing the knowledge that people have gained all of a sudden. We had a lot of problems with some of them. I said, we've already got it from the Fed, right? From Commerce and from an executive order. You don't need it a fourth time. Sir, we have to get it. It's amazing. But they knew their subject, though, didn't they, huh? And we helped them out. My first week in office, I signed an executive order to ban the creation of a CBDC in the United States. And very soon I look forward to signing legislation that will codify and ban make it a permanent law, put it in permanence. I'm also committed to signing landmark crypto market structure legislation this year.
Come on,
grow the
baby.
industry. We're going to be growing it even more than people ever thought. It's a really hot industry. And for a little while, 2 nights ago, we were a little concerned because we were a little short on votes. Like I would say maybe we were about 9 short. 9 short at 3 in the morning. We were about 4 short at 3:30 in the morning. And we were in good shape at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? But the people, and few people have fought harder for the bill than we're signing than some of the people here today. You have been unbelievable. It's our White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, who has done such a great job.
Oh, look, dude, Sergey Nazarov's right there.
And he has a show now. He's become a showman, but a couple of years ago, right? It's probably 2 years ago now in San Francisco. And I did his show. And I heard he's a very smart guy. And we had a great show. You've kept it going a lot longer. And is that still your highest rated ever show? Oh, he knows what to say. He knows what. He had a rating that he had millions and millions of people. He said, what's going on? But we had a great show. And I said, that guy's really smart. I said, if I get elected, I was running at that time. If I get elected, we're going to bring him into government in some ways. He's worth a fortune. He's made a lot of money. He's a very rich billionaire. But this is more important, isn't it? This is me too. It's like, doesn't matter. This is much. I know Howard and I talk about it all the time. Howard could go back to his wonderful brokerage firm, hire 1 or 2 people, and it's not the same as what you're doing, right? We're doing the biggest deals in the world. Actually, the deal we're doing now in tariffs is the biggest, when you add it up, the biggest deal ever made in history. It could be 1,000 IBMs. I mean, if you think of it, it's the biggest deal ever done. So it's hard to go back to a brokerage firm and, make $79,000 commission on the sale of a stock, right? It's true. But I want to ask David. So David's been fantastic. He's done an incredible job. And I'd like to ask David to come up, say a few words. Thank you very much.
Oh, pump our bags, David. Pump our bags. Please.
All right. Thank you, President Trump. It's a great honor to be here. And it's true that I'd never expected to work in government at all. And then everything changed after President Trump came on my podcast. And I accepted this job as crypto czar because I thought it was a once in a lifetime opportunity to work for a president who really wants to get things done for the American people. And if anything, that's been an understatement. The first 6 months of this administration have been more successful than any administration in American history. What's been done? It's just been incredible. President Trump has worked at tech speed. We're used to working fast in Silicon Valley, but even this is fast for us in Silicon Valley, the speed at which you move, President Trump. It's really incredible. And now today, you have another historic legislative achievement that is a monumental step to fulfilling your promise to making the United States the crypto capital of the world. This Genius Act will unlock American dominance in the crypto industry by creating clear rules of the road. It will update archaic payment rails with a revolutionary new payment system, and it will extend U.S. dollar dominance, like you said, globally, by creating a digital dollar that people all over the world can use. And for every digital dollar in a crypto wallet, there'll be a traditional dollar in a U.S. bank account, which will create trillions of dollars of demand for U.S. treasuries. So that is the power of this bill, is U.S. dollar dominance. This is a huge promise made and promise kept by President Trump. And there's just a few other people I'd like to thank. First, my family for being here. Thank you. And Bo Hines, who President Trump mentions, the director of our crypto council, he really did the heavy lifting here. So Bo, I just want to thank you again. And my chief of staff, Tracy Johnson, as well, who also does the heavy lifting. And Bill Haggerty and French Hill and all the congressmen and senators who have already been mentioned by President Trump. So I'll save the time, but it was really been an honor to work with all of you. This was really a team effort. But most of all, I want to thank President Trump for accomplishing what nobody thought was possible. And it's true that just earlier this week, the media was reporting that this bill was dead. This bill was dead. And then the media didn't know one thing, that we had a secret weapon. We have a deal maker in chief. And thanks to President Trump, he stepped in and saved this bill. And it's because of your vision, your leadership, your determination, your skill that we're all here today. So thank you very much, President Trump. Thank
you. Is that Laura? Please come. Just come here. This is our superstar. She was the head of the Republican Party, and nobody complained about anything. We went on to great. This is Laura Trump, married to a young gentleman named Eric. They have beautiful 2 children, but she has been so good. She stepped into that position like it was nothing that we won. And she said, Dad, I'd like to go home right now to my beautiful husband and my son and daughter, Red, but you did a fantastic job. And you worked with a great gentleman, too. He's doing a fantastic job. But I just want to thank you. I just saw you standing back there. I wanted to bring her in. Thank you very much, Laura. Thank you. So under the Trump administration, I mean, I just got back from Saudi Arabia, and we went to Qatar. We went to a number of countries, and I will tell you the level of respect that this country has now is incredible. The UAE, I tell you what, we had a time there, but every leader said the same thing. They said 1 year ago, your country was dead. And they'd say it that way. It was like, you know, I didn't know whether I was supposed to be happy or insulted, but the truth is we were in deep trouble. But they said 1 year ago, your country was dead. And today you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And it's true. We have the hottest country in the world. We had a country, we were a laughing stock with the borders, people pouring in. Can you imagine last month, in the month of June, actually, 0. Now, I don't even believe that, 0, because you have hundreds of thousands pouring in, and then all of a sudden it's 0. But they have it down as 0. And very liberal people take that particular toll. It's a liberal group. So they're not giving us any favors. It's 0 people coming through our border. Can you imagine that? From literally hundreds of thousands and millions pouring in from all over the world. They came from all over the world. They came from prisons, jails. They came from mental institutions, gang members. There were gangs. They came from all over the place, from every country. They came from the Congo in Africa, a lot from the Congo. They came from South America. A lot of came from Venezuela. They emptied their jails into our country. Can you imagine? They allowed that, emptied their jails into our country, and they let them walk right into our country like perfect. 11,888 committed murder. 50% committed more than one person. They murdered more than one person. 50% of 11,888. And we had murderers, and we're getting them out. And Tom Homan and Christie are doing a great job. That Tom Homan, I'll tell you, is he central casting or what? And he takes abuse, but they just keep fighting, and they're winning, and we're winning in the courts, and we're winning everywhere. But we've got the hottest country in the world, and you're a big part of it. So the golden age of America is upon us, and
we'll sign it eventually, guys.
Signing the future of crypto and the crypto industry, the U.S. dollar working together, because they really are hand in hand. is going to be stronger and bigger and better than ever before. And I just want to thank everybody, some tremendous people in this room. And maybe when I sign, I'll ask some of our great senators and congressmen to come on up. Some of the top crypto guys, please come on up because you guys worked very hard on this. And we'll sign this and we'll get on to the next battle and we'll win. But we're winning all over the world right now. It's not even close, not even close. And we're going to keep it going. Thank you, everybody, very much. Thank you.
Can we get some W's in the chat, guys? There's 10,000 people watching. Hit that like button. You guys are not pumped up, but get pumped. Get pumped, baby. Crypto's real. Crypto's real, motherfuckers.
You got it?
Are they praying? Oh, no, they're signing it.
This is not an auto pen, by the way, which is a big scandal. If that were a Republican, it would really be a big scandal. But it is one of the great scandals of our time. Thank you very much, everybody.
That's what I decided to do as we made history. That was what I decided to do as we made history. I got the pee. What is this music, dude? Is that it? Do we dump now? That was it? There you have it, chat.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Genius Act has been signed. We are now entering alt season, the bull part of this cycle. Why can't I move this? Why can't I move this? Why can't I literally fucking move this? Leave this. Can I move it now? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you have now sat through a historical moment as we watched President Trump sign into effect. I'm going to talk like this from now on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Michael Gill. Michael Gill comes in and say nothing burger. It's a nothing burger that the United States just signed the largest crypto bill known to mankind that now validates every single stablecoin transaction on the planet and will bring trillions into the markets. It is a nothing burger. It is nothing but a burger that I notify is nothing. That is according to Michael Gill here. All right, let's look at the liquidity. All right, let's actually look at the liquidity, dude. Get fucked. 12-hour on Bitcoin here. Here we go. We got the update. Let's go into the update on the market right now. Giggity. We're up $1,400 in this trade. You guys thought I was going to just give the fuck up? Okay, here we go. The 12 hours actually looks absolutely disgusting. This looks disgusting. If you're entering a trade now, you're in between a range, but I do think we will see a bounce to at least $118,900. If not, grab that liquidity at $119,900, but you do have plenty opening up underneath us on the 24-hour time frame. If you take those legs and you spread them open, okay, open up those legs for a moment, you're going to realize there's a ton of liquidity sitting at $121,000. All you have to do sometimes is open up those beautiful legs. And again, guys, if you open them up, look at that. We're up $1,200. We're up $1,300 in this trade, baby.
That is how we do it here. In terms of the liquidation heat map, let's get a refresher on this bad boy. Let's get a refresher. Let's zoom in here. Let's get a refresher. Right now, we're sitting at $117,800. Right now, trying to break 118K. $118,000 is going to be significant resistance. We've been trying to battle test that all day. That has been the breakout here. However, look at the charts here, guys. We got some multiple areas. What did I just see? We got multiple areas of confluence, right? Not only do we have the confirmation, look at this bull div, baby. Let me just map this out here. This is on the we're on the 12-minute time frame here, right? We're on the 12-minute time frame, right? You got lower lows, but you got higher highs on the RSI. We are expecting a breakout off of this. The stochastic looking good. The MACD looking to reverse here. That is on the 12-minute. On the 18-minute, you also got a bit of a bull div taking place here. So I do think we're catching a very good scalp right now. Does that mean we're going to pump into 4K? Probably not, but we did catch that bottom. We catched a nice little trade. We're up about 10% right now, up over $1,000, which, is a fantastic trade if you ask me. And now we are just waiting to see if we can actually break the resistance on Bitcoin. Ethereum and altcoins are probably going to follow suit. That level, again, 118,000, almost $100. We'll see if it can end up actually taking those liquidity ranges. But that's all we got, right? That's all we're looking for. You can see here, we've been stuck in this stupid channel for a minute. But let me actually draw this out. Are we getting, this could be some confirmation that we might be about to break through it, right? So we'll see if this ends up being another fake out or if we can actually end up seeing some nice upside to this. But right now we've been in this downward channel and trend. So, man, I mean, do you guys think we pump or dump from here? Do we pump or dump from here, chat? Do we pump or do we dump or do we pump and dump? And then do we dump to pump? But let me know. Do you think we're going to pump or dump from here, chat? Let me know in the comments because I am in a trade up $800. We should probably just close this, take our profits for today, walk away, kiss my wife, and go on a nice little date or something like that. We got dump, we got pump, we got P, we got pump, we got Darren, we got pump, we got pump to the dump, we got Hamas, we got Sesti, we got the street dump credit. Dump truck, dumpity dump. Everyone thinks we dump, so probably pump. You would make a good voice actor. I was a voice actor for 14 years. You might know me from my latest show, Big Mouth, on Netflix. I'm just kidding. I just have a big ass mouth, so that was a pretty good one, though. Hold up. Pump. The government is trying to have us dump. Dude, what would mess most people up right now is if we pump to 120K. What would actually hurt the market the most would be to pump to 120K, then drop back down to 116K, then back up to 123K, then back to 118K, then back. Like, it's the windshield wiper method, chat. It's us. They do it with me. That is what we do. That is how we trade on this channel here. That is how we trade. Let me make sure is the signals chat integrated yet? I'm going to text my fucking devs and be like, where's my signals? I do not like this, though, on the let's look at the Bitcoin greed. Where's Bitcoin greed at? As of right now, as of this very second, as of right now, Bitcoin's at 60. I mean, we definitely could move. You can see on the ETH order book down here that there's definitely more play. Let's go to Bitcoin. Let's see where Bitcoin's at. Dude. Man, so much selling. There's just so much shelling. So much shelling on the Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is dropping here, though. Let's see Bitcoin dominance break. I would love Ethereum to go to 4K. What's your guys' Ethereum price prediction for the end of the year? What is that ETH price prediction? By the way, guys, I want to just thank you all again here. 10,000 people watching across all of our channels right now. If you guys can go ahead and hit us with a like button. If you're on X, repost that category. If you're on YouTube, smash that like button. Turn your phone sideways. Smash that like button. You can spin on it. Use some baby oil if you need to. Clean that screen. Make sure you turn on those notifications so you stop missing out on these amazing live streams, these energetic, entertaining streams where we make tons of money on Discover Crypto. And of course, if you haven't already, come join our Discord. The Discord link is in the bio. And if you join that bio link, you can follow our trades and everything as well. I pretty much make all these trades all day long, every single day. And I go crazy, man. I go crazy with it. You're on one today. Yes, I am straight up starving, A-Rob. It's because I haven't eaten this morning. And I can literally feel my stomach eating the inside of me. It's the inside out, They say men can't get eaten out. Try starving yourself for 8 hours. I'll change your mind. That was gross. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry there, dude. I'm sorry. That was a vivid visualization there. Once we clear $4,000, minimum 5K, Peter John Layram. Let's go. We got Ethereum $8,200 by the end of the year. We got Juice Jones saying he's got tapeworms. Bro is literally like a dog on the floor, just like. You know how dogs drag their ass, dude? That's insane. Hungry Josh turns into DZ? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean, bro? I don't see DZ up here. I don't see DZ up here. What do you mean, bro? That was a good one. I think overall market will go to about $8 to $9 trillion by end of year. Dude. Let's smell it out. Let's smell it out here. Let's actually go to our total 2. Where's total 2 at today? Total 2. That's a good wig. It's pretty good, dude. It's glued on there pretty well. It's glued on there pretty well. Total 2. Wait, did it pass our resistance? Resistance. The resistance. Damn, bro. Damn, total 2 is kind of sexy right now. Wait, no, that's not what the resistance was. The resistance is 1.5 trillion. Did we touch one? Chat. I know you guys were here with me last night. What did I say was going to happen? What the fuck did I say was going to happen, chat? What did I tell you last night? I didn't even notice it hit this in the wee hours of the morning. I didn't notice it hit in the wee hours of the morning. Perfect call, dude. Perfect call. $1.5 trillion resistance. It hit it and it quit it, bro. It hit it and it quit it. Where did Bitcoin dominance hit? Pause, bro. Pause, dude. 61%, bro. We're too good at this. We're actually too fucking good at this. It's almost insane, dude. It's actually almost insane. It's like, it's just insane, dude. I gotta quit. I gotta retire. I gotta retire right now, chat. I got to retire. But we have to make the Porsche. We're making the goddamn Porsche. We're buying a Porsche. Okay? It's going to happen. It's going to happen, dude. It's going to happen. You need food? I do. I will make food as soon as I either win or lose this trade, which right now we locked in $100 stop loss. So no matter what, we make money. We're risking $1,000 for $100 here on Discover Crypto. Discover D's. Never mind. What was I going to say there, dude? We got a super chat coming in. $2 super chat from Jumpman. Josh, are you okay? Chat, I don't know if he's telling me to jump off a cliff. He's like, jump, man. You're too much, Josh. Jump, man. Or if he's jump, man, and he's asking me if I'm actually okay. Maybe, dude. I like your shirt. Yo, is that our boy? Is that Laser Whiskey? Whiskey, are you Laser on TikTok? Are you Laser Bro on TikTok? Or are you just a goddamn badass with the name Whiskey Throttle? Whiskey Throttle is such a good name, dude. That's what I call my little pecker sometimes, dude. The little Whiskey Throttle, you know? Like, you know, sometimes a little tired. Josh, do you want a 4-year cycle still in play? Josh, do you think the 4-year cycle is still in play? No, I do not believe the 4-year cycle is still in play. Bitcoin, I think, is maturing into literally a store of value. Like where there is no 4-year cycle. Like if you look at a long enough time frame, this right here, homie G Slice, it's technically just been in a bull run since 2022. There ain't no 4-year cycle. There ain't no 4-year cycle, dude. This thing is. Where did it go? Where did it go, dude? Where did it go? It just flashed me. There you go. Look at that. Bro, there ain't no 4-year cycle on Bitcoin anymore. For altcoins, yes. I do think altcoins are going to be more cyclical. I think altcoins are going to still be risk on assets that are going to trade traditionally with high liquidity-based environments, and that's going to shift with interest rates as well as liquidity, spending, etc., with the dollar. So as M2 money As long as M2 is expanding, I don't think you're going to have that 4-year cycle. With Bitcoin specifically, though, I mean, it broke every 4-year cycle already. Like where there's no it's just up. I mean, you had consolidation, right? You had consolidation. Let me draw this out. It consolidation a little bit. Massive extension higher, bull flag. Boom. Yeah, consolidation did have a little bit of a bear market here, but ultimately still continue higher. This isn't, it's interesting. I think Bitcoin's going to mature as an asset class where it just, you don't, there's going to be a day, chat, okay? This is how you know you're not going to be early to the crypto market anymore. There's going to be a day, and let me know, yes or no, do you agree with this? Okay, yes or no, do you agree with this? Call me whatever name you want. If you don't agree with me, I want funniest name wins. But yes or no, if you agree with this, I believe Bitcoin, after this cycle, you need to trade Bitcoin separately from altcoins because altcoins will always follow Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's not always going to follow altcoins. And that's simply because Bitcoin is becoming a mature asset. It's becoming that true store of value. It's becoming digital gold. So if that's the case, Bitcoin will trade as a commodity and altcoins will trade on as risk on assets. I believe that is the world we're slowly turning into. I believe that is what's slowly happening here. Let's see if we get stopped out for $100 profit or if we just absolutely watch Ethereum send it back to the moon here. Although I do not like this, by the way. This is very bearish. This is, we broke this structure, broke down, came up, rejected. We need to see some serious volume right now. We need to see some serious volume right now. I don't know why I stuttered right there. 90% discount from $1 million a coin. Maybe John already, I think. Longer bull cycles have shorter bear cycles. Check that right now. That's a fire quote there, bro. So what do you think it will do to XRP today? Bro, XRP, if you're buying XRP right now, you are the definition of a retail investor. I see so many people saying like ape into XRP right now. Homie, if you're buying XRP right now, chat, say it with me. Say it with me so I know you understand. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. If you buy XRP right now, you're not only buying at a price discovery, you're buying at all-time highs. Buy low, sell high. If you're not an XRP, you're not an XRP. Don't worry. There's going to be other trades. Just let it chill, guys. Like, don't chase green candlesticks, okay? The type of people that chase green candlesticks, never mind. I'll pause there. I'll pause there. Don't buy all-time highs. Like, there's always going to be another trading opportunity. XRP will probably come back. Then it might go higher. Maybe it just goes to the moon. But no matter what, like, your risk to reward this is not entering and buying here, chat, is not what you call an asymmetrical trade, okay? It's called an asylum trade, okay? You should be put into a fucking asylum, right? Because you're a straight up joker. That's it for today. Oh, that was a good one. I actually respect that one, dude. I actually respect that one. That was a good one. That was a good one. No, but real talk here, though. Let me give you a real analysis, okay? Let me give you a real analysis. I'm not going to be one of those long. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Actually, I have a Jew card. I can't say that. You guys want to see me? You guys don't believe me? I had a bar mitzvah. You guys want to see it? I was forced into a bar mitzvah in Prague. You guys want to see my? Nah, actually, I can't show you guys that. I can't show you guys that. We have to hit. How many likes do we have right now? I think that's something I got to say for like something crazy. Let me see. Where were we at? We have 742 people watching right now. We have 341 likes. Dude, we have to hit 400 likes. And I'm going to show you guys the funniest picture ever. I'm actually wearing this shirt. I wore this shirt with skulls and like low-key, like the certain, this gives a certain vibe. I'm literally wearing this shirt. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll give you guys a crazy story, but you guys gotta hit the like button. We have to hit 400 likes. I'm not showing you guys unless we hit 400 likes. It's a 400 like type of thing. Technically it's a 420 type of like thing, but craziest story known to man. Genius Act dump end cycle. It's an engine, Josh. It's an engine. The skull engine, bro. Weird that my nipples are like right in the eyeballs. Like it's funny how they made this shirt that way. Pretty impressive. Whoever was designing this, 10 out of 10. Nobody wanted XRP at 40 cents. Now everybody wants XRP at $4. That's how it works. Nobody wants Bitcoin at $10,000. Everybody wants Bitcoin at $120,000. Nobody wants Ethereum at $3,600. Everybody wants Ethereum at $5,000. It's crazy how that works. It's seriously so simple to make money in crypto. Buy low, sell high. The problem is people want to act like when the price is low that everything is green and rainbows and it's, you know, you're just going down the golden brick yellow road and you're just skipping in your little skirt holding a guy that is literally dressed up as a lion, and your other friend's a guy that's literally wearing you know, whatever that inflation or that insulation stuff is, like dying on the inside in the Wizard of Oz, and they're just skipping down the road on this yellow brick road. Guess what? There's no fucking yellow brick road, dude. There's not. There's not. When you're at the bottom of the market, everybody's panicking. There is World War III on the line. Everybody telling you you're an idiot. Bears are acting like they're some smart dude as they got lube next to their bed. Like, bears, wake up. Bears are so broke, dude. They literally wake up. They look at their nightstand. They got their great value lotion. Not even real lotion, right? They got their 99-cent Dollar Tree lotion that's probably just straight up oil. And how are we lubing up today, boys? How do we get fucked the hardest today, boys? I forgot what I was talking about. Don't even know where I was going with that. Yeah, honestly. That's a sign I need some money. If you make millions, you need to make an engine. If I make millions, you need to make that engine. Facts, dude. Let me see. We have 400 likes. We're at 383 likes. Guys, I'm literally I'm showing you my get out of the Jew free card. Showing you it. I'm going to show it to you guys. It's a thing. It's a thing. Avocado oil works. Oh, that's a sign. Sorry, pause. What, Scope? Are you telling me you use avocado oil to do certain things, homie? Whoa, bro. Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Are we going to get stopped out for $100? I should have just taken the grand. I saw the resistance here. I saw the resistance, but I wanted to break through the resistance. I think we're getting stopped out for $100. $100. $100. How about him? Let me go to the minute chart. Let me go to the minute chart. Why can't we be friends? Dude, just pump. Don't stop us out. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. And stopped out for $100. We're going to get stopped out for 100. It's like $130. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It wants to do. Did we just close for the 2%? Oh, nope. We got closed for $140. All right, guys. We got stopped out. We made back half that stop out, though. So at least we made $140. We'll take it. 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 But you know what I'm going to take myself at, too? Actually, no, I got to show you guys this. I got to show you guys this. There you go. There you go. You guys ready for this? Boom. That's me and the boys, dude. That's me and the boys. They're actually really nice people. They were actually really nice people. Really, really nice people. But I was at the oldest synagogue. So story time here. Story time here. I was at the oldest synagogue in the world. Okay. I was at the oldest synagogue in the world in Prague. I was in, this is the Czech Republic. And I was going on a tour. Okay. I was going on the tour. No, that's Jewish. It's a Jewish synagogue, the oldest one in the world. And nobody pretty much speaks a lick of English there. My full name is Joshua Thillins, and Thillin sounds like tefillin. Tefillin so happens to be a Hebrew word that's recited in your bar mitzvah. So when I returned, we were visiting. We were literally just touring it. I was with my family, and I was like, hey guys, go get crepes. Go get crepes. Go enjoy some crepes. I'm going to go return our audio devices. Okay. So we go through the tour. We go through the synagogue. It's really beautiful. It's actually really historic, really cool place. You can see like where a bunch of Jewish people were sad, but were straight up massacred. But so it's like a whole historical site. So we go through it. I get done. I get the audio devices. I send them to go get crepes because I'm starving at this point. And my attitude, imagine me acting like this in the oldest Jewish synagogue in the world, right? I was acting kind of crazy. I was like, guys, I need some food. Go get crepes. Go order them. I'll be right there. So I take the devices back. And your devices, you have to put a name in because it's like a really, really small room. So you have to put your name in and they call you. So that way you can call up to the counter. So you don't have to sit in the gift shop. The gift shop's tiny. So when there's like 40 people in there, you can't all fit. So they just call your name. So of course, she calls me and she goes, Joshua Tefillin. Instead of my last name's Thillins, Thillens. They say Tefillin, right? And so every single Jewish person in that room goes, just straight up look at me. And I'm like, all right, this is going to get intense. They asked me, they're like, are you from America? I'm like, yes, I'm from America. They're like, are you religious? I was like, no, I'm not religious. They're like, well, have you ever thought about being religious? I was like, no, I have no, I'm not a religious individual. I grew up very hardcore Baptist Christian, but like I've kind of veered away from religion. And they say they don't care. They're like, it doesn't matter. Very nice people. They say, look, either if you're religious or not, we want to give you a bar mitzvah. We want to give you this experience because you're literally at the oldest Jewish synagogue in the world. And like, whether you become religious or not, we want to do this for you because this is a dream come true for a lot of people that are in that religion. And so finally they talk. I say no 7 times. Before you know it, they take off my shirt. Not all the way. Pause. They roll up my sleeves. They take off my hat. They wrap me with some leather. They put on the leather yarmulke. I don't know what it's called. And they have me literally recite the Torah. But I'm stuck in that room. My family has no idea this is happening. My family has zero idea this is happening. And so like 30 minutes go past because they all convince me there's no way out of this, dude. There's no way out of this other than being nice and being welcoming. And they were seriously some really nice people. Like these were all people from Brooklyn, really nice individuals. And so we're talking to them like I was just having a good time. So they literally give me a full bar mitzvah. And it was seriously a really cool experience. But ultimately, like 30 minutes go by and my family, my brother-in-law and his girlfriend finally walk in because they're like, what happened to Josh? Why is he taking so long? It's been like 30 minutes. They're getting their crepes. They already have their food. They have no idea where I am. They walk in and there's probably like 30 different Jewish individuals that are in this room all celebrating me. Like we're all like, like singing and da-da-da, like literally the whole nine. And so they walk in, they see me, they make eye contact. They don't even recognize me because my hat's off. My shirt's like halfway off. I'm wrapped up in this like whole leather garment. And they look at me and they walk out. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So finally it ends like 15 minutes later. I was in there for 45 minutes, shook my hands, got the numbers, whatever it was, just to stay in contact if that was ever going to happen. It never happened. But, and I took a photo and we walked out. And that was the story of my Jewish bar mitzvah I got into. My family didn't believe me. And so I knew they wouldn't believe me. So I took the photo that I showed you guys to be like, guys, you'll never believe the story that just happened. And then my brother-in-law and his girlfriend confirmed it because they're like, they walk in. I'm like, they didn't. They're like, that was you. It was a really, really cool cultural thing. So it was very interesting. It was very interesting. Very nice people. You say no 7 times, so they proceed with it. No, it wasn't more like that. It was more like this is. I just have a lot of respect for other cultures. I will always respect other people for their own religious beliefs, unless they're in like a cult following in a church or something. Like there's extremism that I just don't respect. But they weren't extremists or anything. It was more or less like we were just talking casually, and it was it was a cool cultural experience. So I got to do that with them, and nothing came of it. But it was just a dude. It's again, I was at the oldest Jewish. I think it's the oldest Jewish synagogue in the world. And it was just like something. It was just something I just ended up participating in. But it is what it is. But it was a fun time. I don't regret it or anything. It was a great story. And unfortunately, though, 15 minutes after that, I walk home. Or I think this was the day after. I won't say that part. But never mind. We'll pause on that. But yeah, it was just a crazy story. It was like it was just a crazy freaking story, man. It was a crazy experience. I don't regret it. It was just a fun time. I can't believe I got stopped out to the penny again, dude. The market makers are literally just chasing me right now. Jewish culture is very sophisticated compared to other religions. Yeah, and again, it was like even though they kept like saying no, you have to do this, it wasn't like they forced me into it. It was kind of like I said no, and then because I told them I was like I'm not religious, I don't want to do this if it's against like they're very like no. Like they're like don't even worry if you don't become religious or anything, it doesn't matter. We just want to do this for you because this is like. It was like I'm in that church or that synagogue, right? It's just so it was just a cool thing. But anyways, that was the full story of it. That was the end of it. But that's why I have that picture forever in my phone. And yeah, it was crazy. It was just a crazy experience, and I loved it, man. It's a cultural dark. Bitcoin is greater than Cardano, which is greater than ETH. Dude, I should have set my stop loss to break even, dude. I'm ridiculous, man. Like, dude, they be sniping me today. But guys, I got to get food. It is now almost 4 o'clock. We've been live, I think, for like freaking 2 hours. And I need to get some content done today. So love you guys. Respect you guys. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Just thought I'd share a little short story at the end. But yeah, this was a monumental historical moment for our markets. We made that $10,000 trade in the Discord yesterday. So our challenges are going phenomenal. We got stopped out. We're down about $600 today. So I need to make a good trade here today. But we've been crushing it left and right. So I love it. He goes, peace out. Oh my God, they'll never let that down. I had to share it with you guys, though. It's a great story. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys tomorrow or later tonight. Peace out, guys. Go join the Discord. Go join the Discord.
We just wanted to take a quick second to shout out our sponsor, Arculus. They are a cold storage hardware wallet, helps you secure all of your digital assets for the future. Just tap this thing to the back of your phone and boom, you're in. We wouldn't be able to do this without them, but also wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, the Disco fam. You've supported us a lot over the years. If you want to support the channel now, just use the code DC20. It gets you 20% off this card. It's the #1 way you can support this channel going forward. Thank you for your support. We'll see you at the top.